ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ń dé sójú ìwòran yín o láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV. ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ń dé sójú ìwòran yín o láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV. Òdu ni wá àwa kì í ṣàìmọ̀ fọlọ́kọ a tún ti dé o sórí ètò bá a ti ṣe máa ń dé tó ètò ọ̀hún ló wá balẹ̀ báyìí bí ọ̀wàrà òjò sójúde yín o àwa òmìnira bá wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ kájọ kán lágbá mi ètò tòní nítorí pé ń dá a mú afúra wa lórí ètò lónìí ó gbọgbọ́n kódà ó gbẹ̀ngbẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ń pè ní ó gbẹ̀ngbẹ́ nítorí pé kàyéfì ọ̀rọ̀ kàbìtì la máa ń pè ní kàyéfì ọ̀rọ̀ tó ẹ bá wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ́ bá ń fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ ká kán lágbá mi ètò tọ̀hún ká máa bá kinní ọ̀hún bọ̀ bá a ti ṣe máa ń ṣe tá a máa ń kìbọnú ara wọn lẹ́lẹ́yọ̀ ẹ̀yọ̀ bó bá ti wá yá yín bó bá ti yégun ni o ṣe mọ̀ pé ó ti yọrẹ́ àwa tá a wà ń bí náà àbátẹ̀rẹ́ wá bí torí pé bàbá débi iṣẹ́ ṣíṣe náà là á ṣe ó ti wá yá ẹja jọ karabodò torí pà ní karabodò tán ká tó ṣe máa wá parọ́ pò tútù mú wá o ó ti yá bó bá ti yá yín ẹja jọ lọ.
Barely 24 hours to the commencement of the nationwide strike declared by the labor unions on Friday, this news conference by the Minister of Information and National Orientation is holding to speak on some of the issues surrounding the minimum wage negotiation. Members of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and the Trade Union Congress had declared a nationwide indefinite strike on Friday, citing the inability of the tripartite committee to reach an agreement on a new minimum wage.
Naira per kilowatt. So, gentlemen of the press, we are calling on government to be much more responsive to the plight of the Nigerian workers. We are calling on them that the hardship that we are currently facing is as a result of the policies that were brought about by this government that we felt were not well thought out. And also, what has fed into this that we all know is quite obvious. The removal of fuel subsidy, the flotation of Naira, and the increment of electricity price hike. So, gentlemen of the press, if you could remember, we had a meeting, a National Executive Council meeting of the NLC as well as the TUC, where we were further charged that the leadership should take charge and will take all actions to call government to order at the end of the expiration of the ultimatum. And this night, the ultimatum expired. So, gentlemen of the press, we are hereby declaring the commencement of a nationwide industrial action, a nationwide strike, effective from Monday, June 3rd, 2024. And this strike shall be indefinite. And this strike shall be on until we have a new national minimum wage, until government is serious and also the tariff increment in electricity is reversed. We are united on this. We believe that this is the way forward. We believe this is the time, as we have done over the years, to consistently stand with the working class of Nigeria, because they have been battered and they have been downtrodden the way it has been from May 29th till date. So, comrades, gentlemen of the press, that is actually our stand on this. So, solidarity forever. Singing solidarity forever. For the union makes us strong. Victory, there is victory for all. Victory, there is victory for all. In a struggle for our members, there is victory for all. Forward, ever, backward, ever. In a struggle for our members, there is victory. In Africa, in Soweto, Victoria, Asata, Gosa.
Can someone say something to them?
You can see the gate is on lock and keys. This is where we have Radio Lagos, Eko FM, Lagos Traffic Radio, and we have Lagos Television here. And so that lock and key under the directive of the NLC from the National Secretariat, in line with the struggle for the new minimum wage, of course. As you can see, we've locked the gate for people, staff that are under level 14. The 14 and above are in there working, and you can see these situations are giving you the news of what is happening on the road and what is happening across the state, so that you can have an idea of what the strike is all about, and before people want to get information. But we know that if you allow everybody in, there won't be any effect. So anybody below level 14 should go home. Now that's what we have done. Lock the gates and let them go home.
I've been going around this morning. I'm currently in Alausa area of Lagos, and you know where that is. It's the seat of power here in Lagos, and that is where a lot of government offices are situated. So I'm standing in front of the Lagos State Revenue House. My left is the Nigerian Institution of Surveyors. So just to give you an idea that this is where you will find a lot of states and federal workers. So what we noticed this morning was that a lot of these workers resumed their daily routine. They did their daily routine by resuming to the office, but the gates were locked. Say some meters away from here as well, that is where you have the state-owned TV station, the Federal Inland Revenue. All of those places are locked, and they're not just locked. I think the NLC and the TUC have been able to get the buy-in of some of the other trade union or the unionists to enforce this. So at every point you see the unionists going there just to make sure that there's a high level of compliance with what is going on. We've also touched base with, say, private sector or private institutions, so to say. There's a bank down the road, and we asked them, they're not also open to the public for service this morning. So to an extent, it's the first day of this strike, and from what we have gathered here in Lagos, even from the commercial activities on the road, I can tell you that there's a high level compliance to that strike. Chamberlain.
When we say pay a worker 1 million, when those in National Assembly are collecting 16, 17, 30 million. So why are we so discriminated if you hear 1 million for a worker? So if somebody can collect 15, 16 million for a job, not even commensurate to the job that the worker is doing, why can't a worker get 1 million? The situation whereby you need a bag full of naira to get a handful of goods. So let nobody be scared about that. Unless it is cheap, the demand will have no end. And the minimum wage, we're going to insist for the review to be annual. Or else if you collect any money and the value of the currency is changing per hour, it will not make any sense, and it will be illogical, to return that amount for the next 4 or 5 years. So these are dynamics of the negotiation.
This is 1,000.
Morning, guys, out there. Live from the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. Travelers are stranded. The labor strike, which has actually taken effect from today. Passengers and traveling has been stopped here in the international airport here in Abuja. Economic situations actually crippled. Actually has warned before that they're going on strike, and as you can see, it's happening right here.
We are reserving this side and this side. So all of you, the amount to pay. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Prior to the declaration of strike, the organized labor had rejected 3 offers of the federal government and have even staged a walkout from the meeting. However, at this news conference, the Minister of Information and National Orientation appeals to the labor unions to shelve the planned strike.
There is a tripartite committee set up. There are 3 parts to that tripartite committee: government, the organized private sector, and the organized labor. 2 of that part, which is 2/3, are already in agreement. It is only labor that has not yet accepted that position. I'm therefore appealing to the organized labor to see that they return to the negotiating table so that we have a meaningful wage regime for Nigerians.
The minister urges the organized labor to consider the financial implications of their demands on the country's revenue.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not only considering the plight of federal workers, that's only about 1.2 million, but is also concerned about the welfare of the other 200 million Nigerians. This is because the federal government's guiding principle is affordability, sustainability, and the overall health of the nation's economy.
The federal government had, during the 6th meeting of the tripartite committee, offered to pay 60,000 naira as minimum wage, an offer the organized labor rejected as they insist on a 497,000 naira new minimum wage.
Nationwide strike in progress. Counter is empty. Nobody is boarding. This is Abuja International Airport, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. So passengers that find their way inside are hanging around, and there are a lot of passengers outside.
Get out. Huh? He don't go. Not to the go house with that. Not to the go house.
Hello, Gamisa.
ọmọ ọ̀jẹ̀ ká wọlé o ọlọ́run ọ̀jẹ̀ ká wọnú pọ́ọ̀tù o èrò ló wà ń gate báyìí bọ́lẹ̀ express yìí sìn they don't allow anybody to enter. It's like the strike still dey hold. People dey here gather, motor sef no fit enter. Shey you see? Oh, people plenty for here. Oh, that's just it.
Aminu!
Well, my position is position of the governors. I was a member of the technical committee, and we have a position, they have a position. I believe their position is something that we cannot meet. As a governor who had always been labor-friendly, I have always looked forward to making sure that workers get the best in terms of welfare, in terms of salaries and wages. But it has to be affordable, something that is within the threshold of affordability by all the subnational and local governments. Definitely what the federal government even negotiated, some of the state governors will not be able to pay. Even at the moment, the current minimum wage of 30,000, some states are not able to pay. And I know labor leaders are really leaders. They should look at this because strike may cripple the economy and further cause pain to workers and all of us. So we are pleading that we should have a converging point where we can look at our affordability and of course the economy, the economics of all the increases in wages, vis-a-vis inflation and what have you, and the attitude and mindset of Nigerians. You know what happened during the Udoji and Adebo, how it caused a spiral inflationary trend in the country. And I believe we have to do it with the hindsight of knowledge, our capacity to do what we can do, not for subnationals to go and borrow money to pay salaries. Definitely the most important thing are services and infrastructure. Local governments are autonomous. You cannot have local governments existing without the states. You cannot have the states existing without the federation.
Everybody stand up. As Obasanjo told these people, say, stand up, everybody. Please stand up. Passengers only to consider. They are flyers.
I won't take it anymore. I won't take it anymore.
Nigeria, we hail you. We are all their native land. Don't try to talk, maybe us, the brother who we stand. Nigeria's home, are proud to serve as a free motherland. Thank you very much. Did you get it correctly? The answer is no. You don't get it correctly now. Any other person? Thank God, my 50K sitting with me. Where now? Any other person?
People we there for the airport here for Lagos. Labour Union, they don't block the domestic airport for Lagos. Sake of their strike we begin today. You go remember say the Lagos Labour Union and government, they don't begin the drag with themselves sake of minimum wage. We say Labour Union say make them increase, but as you don't see now, people will want travel by flight. They don't lock the domestic wing of the Lagos airport for here, and are waiting with the sea for here. You see plenty passengers will be say then they stranded, they no fit go anywhere. Nothing where they no fit do, where they fit do again. Sake of this strike, where then they affect them. And here you see as people sit down under canopy now, then wait if anything go happen. But as the day now, we never hear anything from government. If they go reply waiting, the Labour Union they demand. And so it be for here, live for Lagos currently, as it happen. As you can see, as plenty passengers, you say some of them don't even they begin they go back their house. Some na inside sun then sit down since morning. We say they don't know where to go, and their airline never communicate anything give them if then go still get chance to enter the airport to fly today. For plenty people now, 9 days stranded for here. Even for here, the Labour Union, then they demonstrate and they talk different things. Front of the airport here, we be saying that now here we will stay.
You don't finish. Please give me one round of applause. Now wow, you don't even sabi how to sing your own Islamic song. Okay, okay, it is understood. Please, one round of applause for him.
Even get some people will be saying they talk say you don't take now since morning. Early morning night they don't dey for here. Nobody don't address them sake of waiting they happen, and even traffic for here too flow like that sake of say plenty people will be say them park their car for road. People who won't come drop their loved ones, make them they waka go their place. They no get that chance. They expect say their airline will give them information of waiting they happen. Plenty people still dey stranded for here, and even traffic self no help matter. But as Labour Union don't talk for their communique wey dem release, say na sake of the minimum wage wey dem want make government increase, na why dem dey go on this strike. We be say na indefinite until government give them response. Na be this for the domestic wing of the Murtala Mohammed Airport for Lagos State. We follow some people talk for here, but as it be, plenty of them they no happy at all, and they not even ready to talk. And some of them talk say the frustration wey they don't get for here it's too much for them to bear. Some will be say then they go for business work as it be now, they don't cancel, and they wait for waiting to happen next. if at all anything go happen. They bring in a life information as it happen here for the Muritala International Airport, the domestic wing, where the labor union, they don't lock the gate, say nobody they enter for here and nobody they come out. As soon as even they see for our screen, make we take una there, they even lock some people for inside the airport, so they no fit come out at all. See them, as they try, if them take you come out. They don't fit as the labor union don't block the whole place now. That information as it happen for the Mohbad'sfather International Airport for Lagos.
Okay, this is Monday morning, Monday 3rd June 2024. I remember that NLC have called a nationwide strike today. So we're going to drive around town and see the level of compliance in the city of Umuahia, the capital city of Abia State. We'll drive around town. Let's see the level of compliance. Let's see what banks are doing. Let's go to civil service offices and let's see what's up. So we are moving now. So join us as we observe the level of compliance of the strike in Abia State. Okay, well, let's start from the banks. So we are now along Bank Road. Along Bank Road in Abia State. Okay. Banks, this is Fidelity Bank. You see customers hanging outside. I just left Polaris Bank a few minutes ago. They are not open. So we keep going. We want to see the level of compliance of the NLC strike in Umuahia, the capital city of Abia State. That's where we are now. I just passed the Ministry of Agriculture and that place is shut down. Let's move forward and see what is happening. Let's see what's happening. This is Signature Bank. Obviously it's shut down, nothing is happening there. This is Access Bank, and you can see customers hanging all around. This is Access Bank. After Access Bank you get FCMB. You see customers hanging all around. Obviously these banks are shut down. This is Union Bank, Eco Bank. Customers all around at the gate. Nothing is happening. And then this is where at the... Let's get to the head of service office and see what's happening there. I can see already NLC officers trying to enforce the rule. Yeah, here is shut down. Nothing is happening here. You can see NLC people have shut down the place. Compliance is ongoing. Enforcement. And look at medical people, Medical Health Workers Union enforcing the strike. This is the office of the Secretary to the State Government. Everywhere is under lock and key. Everywhere is under lock and key. Let us go to other areas and see what is happening. As it is at the moment, you will see NLC enforcing the strike, and there is obviously high level of compliance there. Huh? Okay, we'll address now. Okay. Okay, I just heard that the NLC chairman wants to address the press now. Let us speak with him. Let us go and see what the NLC chairman Abia State want to tell the press. We're in the capital city of Abia State, Umuahia, and we are looking at gauging the level of compliance of the strike. Madam. This is the office of the head of service and the office of the Secretary to the State Government of Abia State. These are NLC comrades. That's the left gate.
Hello, sir. I haven't got the link. I don't know one.
Did it sweat? Okay. The NLC chairman, Abia State. So let's go to other areas as well. Address the. Yeah, bro. So let us check other areas and see the level of compliance of the NLC strike. We are going to be going to upward to the state secretariat and see what's happening there. Obviously, labor leaders are forcing the strike. Then let's still look at the banks. This is Union Bank. You see customers all here waiting, nothing is happening. This is Zenith Bank. You see customers outside. Oh, this is NLC, guys. This is the government house, Umuahia access. It's obviously locked. So it seems all the banks in Umuahia town are observing the strike. It seems all the banks in Umuahia town are observing the strike. We don't know about Abia. But you know, Abia had some issues over the weekend, and the town is still tensed at the moment. The government and stakeholders are trying to douse the tension, are trying to calm the military men down over the deployment of about 5 soldiers few days ago. So Abia is still tense, but now we are no more here, and as we can see, all the banks are shut down. And earlier today I passed the Federal Medical Center. I found that the Federal Medical Center is also partially shut down. Those non-medical workers have embarked on the strike. So we're going to go forward now and see what's happening. Let's check other government offices what's happening before we head to the State Secretariat. But of course, there is normal activity happening in the states. Businesses, private businesses are opened, but government businesses, government offices are shut down. Jude Chidebere, I believe you have been following what's happening in the nation. The NLC called an indefinite strike over the issue of minimum wage. The negotiation for increment in the minimum wage did not go as planned for NLC. So the federal government has offered about, I think, about 46,000 or 48,000, but NLC is insisting is in an amount above 400,000. So a deadlock. Look at secondary school pupils coming back from school because of the strike. As you can see, schools are shut down also. Government schools are shut down. So we want to see, Chidebere, that's what happened. The breakdown of that negotiation is what led NLC to declare a total and indefinite strike. So the strike kicked in today. This is another government of Abia State. This one is also locked down, lock and key. This one is locked down too. This one is also locked down. So we're going to head to the Secretariat. Let us see what's happening at the State Secretariat and see how the strike has affected the State Secretariat. Zunkus Peter, we are asking what happened that side. We are reporting the level of compliance of the strike NLC called on I think that's why it was called on Saturday. That's what we are reporting. NLC called for an indefinite strike over the breakdown of the minimum wage increment negotiation. There was a breakdown in that negotiation. So NLC now called an indefinite strike. When NLC calls an indefinite strike, that is to say they don't have a time or date when the strike will be off. So for now, the indefinite strike is on. So we are heading to the State Secretariat. Let us see if the State Secretariat is also shut down. That's where we are going to. The truth remains that the economy of the country is biting, and anybody you intend to pay minimum wage of say 48,000, the person will obviously be struggling to put body and soul together. So there is a need for the government to really look at the minimum wage again and elevate it to a point where everybody can be happy. You can't imagine that legislators, millions and millions of naira are spent on trying to buy them vehicles, and when it comes to civil servants, you will now be talking stories. As I told you, we are heading to the State Secretariat to see exactly what is happening there, and we'll report back to you from there. Okay? We are in Umuahia town. You see there's a little bit reduction in traffic, and it is due to the strike. BCA is shut down. That's Broadcasting Corporation of Abia State is shut down. Nothing is happening. It's under lock and key. We are heading to the State Secretariat, Abia State. Let us see what is happening there as regards the strike. If there is compliance with the strike that is called by the national NLC and TUC leadership. Just like as I was saying, this strike is as a result of breakdown in the negotiation for increment of minimum wage. At the moment, the minimum wage of this country is 30,000. And we all know that 30,000 cannot even buy you a bag of gari. Of course, 30,000 cannot buy you a bag of rice. It's important to also state that 30,000 cannot even cook a pot of soup. 30,000 minimum wage is nothing to write home about. So that is why the need for review of the minimum wage became very expedient. And that's where we are at the moment. So we are going to the State Secretariat to see the level of compliance. We are at the State Secretariat. As you can see, everywhere is under lock and key. The gate is under lock and key. The premises is empty. Shouldn't be parking here. That's not good. Move forward. So we are at the State Secretariat now. Let us take a closer shot. Let us take a closer shot of the State Secretariat. This is the Abia State Secretariat. On a Monday morning like this premises is always buzzing, highly buzzing. But today you can see that nationwide strike action, NLC TUC. As you can see, the premises is empty. Here is always very busy on a Monday morning. Everywhere is empty. Compliance to the strike is total, as you can see. Everywhere is empty. Everywhere is completely empty. The strike is obviously observed at a total level. Everywhere is totally empty, as you can see. This is the state secretariat, Abia State Secretariat. Everywhere is totally empty. The strike compliance is total. Okay, so we have given you the full update as regards what is happening in Abia State in compliance with the NLC nationwide strike. And what we are seeing here is that the strike is observed at a very high level. That's what we are seeing here. So thank you guys, everyone. You can share our content for other people, other states to see the level of compliance there in Abia State. You can drop your comments. You can drop your questions. When I come live later in the day, I will still discuss more about this and respond to your questions if you have dropped anyone. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Can give us that protection. We have been cooperating since. People have been going. So what you're saying is we don't want workers to. We don't want workers to. I don't have any issues. No, I don't have any issues open now. I can show you. We have to use discretion here. You know them. You know people in police uniform. I have some of my men in their decoy teams. They will identify themselves. No problem. But you every part of people there. You see the workers coming in. You have the right. My men will be here. But my policemen, I want this place to be open. No problem. Because any attack on you right now is on my neck. Just engagement. So please, let me tell this vehicle to move and open. Anything with the workers, I don't have any issue. But my police, but this is my headquarters. If the press is guaranteed, no problem. We're working on the same page. So please let the gate be open. No problem. Let the vehicle clear the access. No problem. You understand? So my men are moving around. Staff Lagos State workers. No problem. You are on your own. So there's no problem. But by the police, this is my headquarters. I can deploy from here any moment. If there's any even attack on you people here, proposing thugs. You are when you lock me up, how would I protect you? So please.
You see also that the JP was not totally
initially there was padlock.
No, there was no padlock.
Ẹ kú àtàárọ̀ o, ẹ dẹ̀kú bí ètò ọ̀hún bó ṣe lọ, ó dẹ̀ dá mi lójú pé ẹ ti rí ọ̀kan àbí méjì ń tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ àbí tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rí, ẹ ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ nínú ètò tòní. Tó ó kù tọjọ́ mi, àmọ́ kí n tó lẹ́jẹ̀ máa rán yín létí pé ètò tẹ́ ń wò ẹ máa bá mi like, ẹ máa share o, kẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ máa bá mi wá subscription, more subscription nítorí pé Wo TV ń gòkè àgbà, ìrànlọ́wọ́ yín ni àti ìrànlọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run Ọba. Títí wá dìgbà míì táwùjọ máa fojú níjú lórí ìkànnì pẹ̀lú àkọ́tún ètò míì tó tún gbọ́ngbọ́. Àdìgbòlódò dọ́ra wọn ni mò ń jẹ́ o, ẹ ti mọ̀ mí lánàá kó tó dé ní, ẹ má jẹ́ n porí kíkun, àmọ́ títí dìgbà míì ńkọ́, ẹ kú àtàárọ̀, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ ìní, ṣé kò rẹra jù, kédùmarè ó jí wa rè o.